Hey, I'm Grant with Grant's Game Rex. Welcome to my monthly video on the best expansions for board games coming to retail. There are essentially two reasons that expansions come out. One, a game is like, I'm sad, nobody's thought of me for a while, and then boom, expansion, now people think of you again. Or two is the publisher's like, there's way too much in this game, we're gonna split some content into an expansion box, and then we're gonna launch it at the same time as the base game because we don't trust you to learn all of this at one time. So now you've got two boxes and it feels like you can do it at separate times. And so, we don't have a lot of expansions coming to retail this month. I only have 8 of them I'm gonna talk about right now, but what they lack in number, they make up for in quality. I think there's some here that people are going to be excited about. So these are the best expansions coming to retail in September. Hey folks, this is now the 5th time I am trying to record this video, and as you can hear, I do not have a microphone on. Unfortunately, my mic keeps failing, and I'm still traveling, so I have no way to fix this or deal with this right now. And I have tried to record this video a bunch of times, and I cannot get the microphones to work, and I do not know what's going on, and I'm very frustrated, but I'll still bring. You can make the decision yourself. You can. I'm giving you the information right now. So if you want the information on expansions coming out, great. And if not, feel free to skip this video this month and come back next month when I have my microphone stuff figured out. So Asmodee is releasing Catan Explorers and Pirates. Plays 2 to 4 players in 90 to 120 minutes. And it is a medium weight game. This is both an expansion for Catan and a new edition of a previous expansion for Catan. Catan Explorers and Pirates originally came out in 2013, so this is an updated version of that expansion. The reason, this is the 30th anniversary of Catan coming out, and so Asmodee has been putting out 6th edition boxes of Catan all year this year, base game and every expansion that has been released. It has updated artwork and graphic design, things like that. So if you want that, then you have it. Explorers and Pirates changes the game of Catan pretty significantly. In the base game, there was a island that you built stuff on, one island. Now there is a starting island that's revealed, but then there are 2 other islands you can sail to and flip over tiles and explore stuff along the way. So you don't know where various resources are going to be. You don't know what number for the dice roll is going to be there until you go explore those places. Some of those tiles are going to be pirates layers, and so you can, there's a place where you can put guys down and they can get you gold coins. There's going to be fish you can add to the game. You can collect fish and sail them back to another spot where it will help you go up on a fish track. There's spice that you can find that will help you go up on a spice track, and those tracks are various ways to score points, additional ways to score points in the game. And, one thing to note is all of this stuff I'm talking about, the pirates layers and the fish and the spice, those are all different scenarios. And you can combine all of those scenarios into one game, or you can play with each one individually. The other thing that's nice is that if a player receives no resources during the production roll, you get a gold coin in compensation, and every 2 gold is a wild and can be any resource you want. So if you're getting screwed by the dice in Catan, there's a little bit of mitigation for that, which is nice. Asmodee is also releasing Catan Explorers and Pirates 5 to 6 player expansion. So that's exactly what it sounds like. The regular game plays 2 to 4 players. Now there's components for 5 to 6 players. So if you want to add more people to your game, then you need another box. It's an expansion for an expansion. That's wild. CGE is releasing Galaxy Trucker Do What? Plays 2 to 4 players in 30 to 60 minutes, and it is on the edge of lightweight to medium weight game. Galaxy Trucker is a tile laying building game, but it happens in real time and it's very chaotic and stressful, and you're going to build up a spaceship and then all of your spaceships are going to get destroyed and broken apart and you're trying to hang on for as long as you can. This expansion, I should also mention, this is an expansion for the Galaxy Trucker 2nd edition, which came out only a few years ago, not for the original Galaxy Trucker. It adds 2 big modules to the game. There are VIP astronauts. If you build your spaceship in a certain way, if you configure it in a certain way, you can attract VIP astronauts that will help you, get benefits and points. And there's also missions in the game. If you build your spaceship in certain ways, you can accomplish these objectives, these mission cards, and those are going to help you and potentially hurt other people. The other thing I want to mention about this one is it also adds a turn-based mode for the game. So if you know people that you think would like the puzzly aspect of Galaxy Trucker but would be too stressed out by the chaotic real-timeness of it, then there's a turn-based mode you can play with here as well. So, kind of just makes it a more chill experience. Hachette, in association with Unfriendly Games, is releasing Nekojima Torii Pack. Plays 1 to 5 players in 20 to 30 minutes, and it is a lightweight game. Nekojima came out last year, dexterity game where you are putting these poles out on this central circular board, and the poles have electrical lines represented by sort of strings, and you can't have the different strings touching each other, and you also don't want to knock everything over. That's a way to lose the game. Well, this expansion adds a Torii, a big structure that you are going to place onto the central board, and just adds a big obstacle for you, adds some more restrictions as to where you can place stuff, so you need to place these poles with greater caution. It also adds a famous fortune-bringing cat, the Maneki Neko, which roams from district to district. It's gonna change the game a little bit for you. So if you like dexterity games, then check out Nekojima, and the Torii Pack adds a bunch of obstacle. Keymaster Games is releasing Harvest Fall Festival. This plays 1 to 4 players in 30 to 60 minutes, and it is a medium weight game. Harvest is a worker placement game that I liked a good amount, partly because it was a very strategic worker placement game that played in only like 60 minutes, and I feel like most worker placement games are longer affairs than that, so I like that this was like a pretty quick playing worker placement game. It was also very tight though, you didn't have that many turns, that many actions, you don't have that many workers, and so there's a lot of different paths to victory and a lot of sort of debating on which way you want to go with how you're going to plant crops and harvest crops and get upgrade cards and things like that. Well, this expansion brings an all-new location to the town. There is a side board you're going to add to the main board, and you'll get a basket, a new worker that will you can place on that Fall Festival board, and that can get you things like extra coins or allow you to harvest your field or get Fall Festival favorites for new actions, benefits, ways to score. So, just maybe makes the game a little bit less tight in that you have new action spots to go. And it also adds a set collection aspect to the game. There are pies now in the game, and so you can get blueberry pies, pecan pies, pumpkin pies, and the world famous sugar cream pie. And I'll tell you, I was pretty excited about the idea of a sugar cream pie the first 2 times that I recorded this video, and I'm still excited about it, but I'm not bringing the level of excitement that I had when I first heard about that. Sugar cream pies sound cool. I don't know how to bake. I hope they have them in a grocery store. Roll a Crit is releasing Heroes of Barcadia, Heroes for Hire. This is an expansion to the party dungeon crawling game Heroes of Barcadia. In Heroes of Barcadia, you're moving around a dungeon, flipping tiles, fighting bad guys, finding level ups for your character, rolling a d20. And the sort of central conceit of the game, though, is that there is your health is represented by liquid in a pint glass. And so as you're moving around and taking damage, you are having to drink some of your drink and lose some of your health. And, the game, I imagine, was originally intended for having beer in those glasses, but you can certainly play the game with any type of liquid. You can play it with water or juice or soda or something like that if you're not an alcohol drinker. This Heroes for Hire expansion adds 4 new characters to the game, so you can mix and match characters from the base game. And it will have new power-ups and loot cards and things like that as well. So you can play with new heroes in the game. Roll a Crit is also releasing Heroes of Barcadia Die of Barcane Chaos. Plays 2 to 8 players in 30 to 90 minutes, and it is a lightweight game. This adds a big chunky D20 to the game of Heroes of Barcadia. You're gonna roll that die at specific times, and it'll give you a different Barcadian effect. And some of those are gonna help you, some of them might hurt you, some of them are gonna screw other people over. It's unpredictable, it's unfair, and it's exactly the kind of spicy nonsense you need in your dungeon. And then lastly here this month, Stonemaier Games is releasing Wyrmspan Dragon Academy. Plays 1 to 5 players in 90 minutes, and it is a medium weight game. There are some expansions that add twists to the games, change how a game is played, and some expansions that just add more content to the game so you can have more stuff to explore. And Dragon Academy is a more content expansion. There is new dragons, there's new caves, there's new objective tiles, there's new dragon guilds, and a new round tracker that presents you with an income choice when you pass for the round. And so, it's not really changing the game, but it's adding a lot more cards and a lot more content to explore. So if you're a fan of this sort of engine building aspect of Wyrmspan, you've got new cards that you can combo together here. So those are 8 expansions coming to retail here in September. As always, I hope you found something that you like. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm annoyed by it. But I've already recorded this video so many times and I got other things I gotta do. So here we go. There's the information for you. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Grant with Grant's Game Rex.